I never really thought about what happens after we die. As an accountant, my world was all about numbers, spreadsheets, and the occasional office drama. But on a regular Tuesday afternoon, my life took a sudden and unexpected turn. One moment, I was sitting at my desk, sipping coffee and poring over year-end reports. The next, I felt an intense, crushing pressure in my chest. At first, I thought it was just stress, but within minutes, the pain was unbearable. I tried to call out for help, but my voice was trapped inside me. The last thing I remember seeing was my coffee mug tipping over, spilling across my neatly arranged papers. And then, darkness. When I opened my eyes, or at least when I became aware again, everything felt different. The pain was gone. In fact, I didn't feel anything. I was floating in this vast, endless space, like a void, but not entirely dark, and definitely not light either. It was a strange, surreal place that felt like nothingness, yet it was filled with an overwhelming sense of calm. I wasn't afraid. If anything, I felt more at peace than I'd ever felt in my life. Suddenly, I heard a voice. George. It didn't come from any particular direction. It was as if it echoed from everywhere at once, surrounding me. I thought I must be imagining things. Who's there? I tried to say, but I quickly realized I wasn't speaking. My mouth wasn't moving. Somehow, my thoughts were projecting outward. We have been waiting for you, the voice responded. It was gentle, soothing, and warm. Almost as soon as I heard it, a brilliant point of light appeared in front of me. It was small at first, like a distant star, but it grew larger and brighter as it came closer. Or maybe I was moving toward it. I couldn't tell. There was no sense of time or space, just the light getting bigger until it completely enveloped me. And then, all at once, I was surrounded by this incredible, intense love and acceptance, as if every positive emotion I had ever experienced was concentrated into a single powerful moment. Am I dead? I asked, although deep down, I already knew the answer. Yes, in the earthly sense, the voice replied, but death is merely a transition. Your journey is far from over. The light began to take shape, transforming into something almost, but not quite, human. It was a being of pure energy, radiating wisdom and compassion. Who are you? I asked, captivated by its presence. I am a guide, it said. I am here to help you understand the true nature of your existence and why souls like you come to Earth. As the guide spoke, the endless void around us began to change. I was no longer floating in empty space. Instead, I found myself surrounded by a vast cosmic tapestry. I could see galaxies spinning, stars being born and collapsing into themselves, and planets filled with life. I had this sense that I was witnessing something magnificent, something far bigger than anything I could ever comprehend. The universe is alive, George, the guide said, as if reading my thoughts. Everything in it is connected, and every living thing has a purpose. But Earth is special. I was struggling to process what I was seeing. Special? How? Earth is a school, the guide continued, a place where souls come to learn, to grow, and to evolve. As it spoke, more images flashed before my eyes. I saw the entire span of human history unfold, like I was fast-forwarding through a movie. There were ancient civilizations rising and falling, incredible acts of kindness, and unspeakable atrocities. I saw moments of profound discovery, of people reaching out to each other, and also moments of isolation, fear, and despair. But why? I asked, my mind racing to keep up. Why do we need to learn these lessons? Why come to Earth to suffer? The guide's form shifted slightly, flickering between different appearances. Sometimes human, sometimes something else entirely. Because in your natural state, here in this realm, you are infinite. You have all the knowledge, all the wisdom, all the power you could ever need. But growth, true growth, comes from limitation. Souls come to Earth to forget, to face challenges, to struggle, and, through that struggle, to learn. I felt like my mind was being stretched to its limits. I had so many questions, but I couldn't find the words. As if sensing my confusion, the guide began to show me more. I saw Earth from above, and then I was suddenly pulled down, closer to the surface, where I could see people living their lives, laughing, crying, loving, and fighting. It was like I was experiencing the full range of human emotion all at once. Earth is a realm of duality, the guide said, its voice echoing in my mind. Good and evil, love and hate, joy and sorrow. It is through experiencing these contrasts, through making choices in the face of uncertainty, that souls grow in ways they cannot in the spiritual realm. I watched as people went about their daily lives, making choices, big and small, each one leading them down a different path. Some choices led to happiness, others to pain. But every choice, every experience, was an opportunity to learn, to grow, and to become more than they were before. You see, George, the guide continued, the true reason souls come to Earth is to experience limitation. In this realm, you are infinite, unbounded by time or space. But on Earth, you must face challenges, and it is through overcoming those challenges that your soul grows. Suddenly, I understood. It wasn't just about learning. It was about experiencing everything, the highs and the lows, the light and the dark. That's what made life on Earth so precious. The guide then showed me a great cycle of souls. I watched as they came to Earth, lived their lives, faced struggles, and then returned to this cosmic realm. With each cycle, the souls grew brighter, their energy more complex, as if they were collecting experiences, lessons, and emotions. You are all part of a greater whole, the guide said. Each soul that comes to Earth adds to the collective consciousness. You are, in essence, co-creators of the universe. I saw how every action, every thought, every emotion had a ripple effect. It was like watching a single drop of water create waves across an endless ocean. Your purpose, the guide said, is to grow, to learn, and to create. Through your choices, your actions, your very thoughts, you are constantly shaping reality. It all sounded so beautiful, so perfect, but I couldn't help but think about all the suffering I had seen. But why do we have to suffer? I asked. Why do we have to go through so much pain? Pain is a teacher, the guide answered. It is through overcoming challenges that the greatest growth occurs. Just as muscles grow stronger with resistance, the soul grows stronger through adversity. I was shown images of some of the darkest moments in human history. Wars, famines, heartbreaks. But alongside them, I saw the incredible acts of courage, compassion, and resilience that those moments had inspired. The contrast between joy and sorrow, ease and difficulty, allows for a depth of experience that is impossible in a realm of pure bliss, the guide said. It is through this full spectrum of experience that souls truly evolve. I could feel myself being pulled back, even though I didn't want to leave. There were still so many questions, so much more I wanted to understand. Do I have to go back? I asked, almost pleading. It's not your time yet, George, the guide said. Your journey on Earth is not complete, but remember this, You are there to learn, to grow, and to create, and most importantly, to love. For love is the energy that binds all of creation. It is through love that the greatest growth occurs. The guide's form began to dissolve back into the light, and I felt that same sense of peace and love wash over me one last time. Remember, it said, you are not just living a life, you are participating in the expansion of the universe itself. And then, with a jolt, I was back in my body. I gasped, feeling the harsh cold of the floor against my skin, the taste of electricity on my tongue from the defibrillator. I was surrounded by paramedics, and they were shouting, but I could barely hear them. My mind was still reeling from everything I had just experienced. Now that you have seen what really happens when you die and why we suffer on earth, you have to watch how a man died and saw when the Antichrist comes. It's sooner than you think. Click the video on your screen now to hear this shocking account, and we'll see you in the next video.